madiskarte, alam ang gagawin in emergency situation and stuff like those. But you don't get along. So doon ka sa mahal mo kasi at the end of the day, if you have you are prosperous financially, but you don't get along, you don't have a happy marriage, para saan pa yung finances kung hindi ka happy dun sa relationship mo, di ba? And I thank you.
You will always pick love more than security of finances.
Yes. baka may pas na maungkat, wag na. Pero
Hi everyone, so we are in for a very special treat today. We have celebrities in the house. We have celebrity guests. We have the co-host of YouTube channel Kaasenso with Gerard and Mitch, my idols in the broadcasting industry. Gerard de la Peña and Michelle Oplet, thank you so much for joining the show.
Thanks for having us. Ikaw yung idol namin, alam mo yan.
Before I begin, congratulations, monetized yung channel niyo, 2,000 plus subscribers. So before we start anything, guys, please subscribe to their channel. You'll learn more from them than what you could ever get from me. So yun yung sure ako doon. Sobrang galing nila. Sobrang yaman pa.
Grabe.
Ready na ba kayo, Michelle Orosa Ople and Gerard de la Peña? I will ask you one question. Both of you will answer it. Then maybe if we have time, I'll answer it also. Pero kung matagal yung explanation, bahala na. Let's see how it goes from there. So yung rule lang is one question, you have two choices. Pick your answer, then explain. Wala naman siyang right or wrong. It's more of, I want people to see what you're thinking, anong flow of thought, bakit mo siya gagawin. Okay. Then, you have 10 million pesos right now. 10-year hold. Bawal benta, bawal magdagdag, bawal bawasan. Where will you put 10 million pesos? Bitcoin or a one-bedroom condo in BGC? 10-year hold today.
I've always considered myself a very, very risk-averse investor. So, if I could, hahatiin ko yon. Pero kung iisa lang siyang bulto, dun talaga ako sa property and I would have to pick a really good location and a place na alam kong may magre-rent, alam ko na magkakaroon ng a lot of potential para magkaroon ng community and magkaroon ng mga businesses around it. So I would really look for that kasi for me, property mas long-term siya and mas stable siya kaysa Bitcoin. I mean, Bitcoin, I could put in the 10M and probably get 20 in the next second. Pero yung asawa ko na lang yung gagawa. Pero ako, I would rather play the long term and I would rather play then in something na ako personally, something that would add value then to other people's lives. So, I know that it's long term. I know that maraming makakagamit. Marami din ako matutulungan to have that kind of space available. And I would be able to, relax and see that grow for many, many years, like decades. Versus a volatile instrument like Bitcoin.
Got it. So to everyone watching this, by the way, whatever they answer, what we want here is you get the logic behind it so that you can see, pareho kami ni Michelle ng strategy. You get to see how other people are also thinking. Never ever buy or invest in anything just because we talk about it here, but you always get the logic behind it. Ayan, ito na, sa mas arguably sobrang yaman, Gerard de la Peña.
Diyos ko po, sana totoo. Hindi, ito, ang choice ko between the two is doon din sa property. Bakit? Ito, simpleng-simple lang. Ito ang turo ng mga idols natin katulad ni Marvin Guillermo at ni Randall Chongson, among many others. Doon ako sa alam ko, kasi yung Bitcoin, I have slight idea kung ano yung Bitcoin, pero mas kabisado ko yung takbo ng property at saka mas alam ko kung paano siya pasukin, mas alam ko yung intricacies ng property. So, doon ako sa alam ko sa property.
Got it.
First.
Key things that I got from you and for people watching this is number one, always invest in something that you understand no matter how shiny it is. Dapat dun sa naiintindihan nyo. And I like what Mitch does. It also shows ko anong binavalue na you wanted something that you can share with a lot of people as well. And I guess that's one of the facets of property. Ako, I'll say, obviously, I'll say Bitcoin. Primarily because, I feel that we're at a point na binibili mo yung Boracay nung 1950 na no one knew what it was yet. Pero because napag-aralan mo na, ganito pala yung feeling ng white sand beach, pero no one understood how valuable it was, no one would go into it. And I think that's where Bitcoin is right now. So I'll say Bitcoin, 10 years old, 10 million pesos. So
kung may 10M ka naman, lagay mo na. I'm sure kasi in short, kung may 10M ka, meaning may M ka rin na kumbaga marami ka pang pera to play around with. So maglalagay ka ng 10M into investments.
Makes sense. Very good. So, di naman mahirap yung questions, di ba? Di mahirap. Diba? Ano lang. Guys.
Oo, madali lang.
Nasa starstruck ako dito. So, comment below if you're also learning. Second question. Eto na, Gerald de la Peña, sabi mo walang math. May math to ngayon pero hindi natin to kakomplikaduhin. What will you pick? 10 million pesos cold cash today na dapat i-invest mo din? Or 25 million pesos pero makukuha mo pa lang siya 3 years from now?
Doon ako sa 25 million pesos. Bakit? Kasi right now, kahit makakuha ko ng 10 million pesos, yung skills ko as an investor, hindi ko kayang i-guarantee sa sarili ko na magiging 25 million siya in the next 3 years. So I'd rather wait na 25 na siya in the next 3 years rather than get a lower amount now.
Got it. Michelle?
Ako, baliktad. Kasi I'm of the view now during this pandemic, now na crisis mode, now na bagsak lahat ng presyo, I believe na in a crisis situation kasi, cash is king. If you're liquid, you're in the game and you're in it to win it, diba? So if I have 10M now, as in 2021, July, I think I'd love to play with that. And I think na I would, I'd like to invest it. Ang issue ko lang with 25M 3 years from now, parang I feel like baka because of inflation, yung value niya would probably not be 25M as a whole. So I'd like to be able to play with the as in yung yung opportunity lang kasi ngayon is unprecedented. And it will probably take another war or another crisis before things go down to this level. So kung meron akong pera ngayon, I want to take advantage of that. And then of course, ride the wave as it goes up. Kasi whatever you put your money in now, you're starting from such a low base, tataas talaga yan. Versus, kung normal times, bigyan mo ako ng 10M, I'd probably go for the safer 25. Diba? Pero pag ganitong bargain lahat, at bigyan mo ako ng pera, syempre, para tayong 7/7 sale. Let's go for the cheap prices and, just watch the money grow.
Will you consider 10 million, bibili ka ng rubber shoes, mag-flip ka?
Ayun, I'll go with what Gerard said. I don't know the shoe market, so hindi ako ganun Pero yung husband ko, Carlo Ople po, he watches the market so he knows the value of it. Ako, as a person, I just buy shoes to wear it.
Ito interesting. I'll make it even more interesting. Ano sa tingin niyo yung sagot ko?
Feeling ko sa 10.
10.
When Gerard was talking, sabi ko, for me to flip it from 10 to 25, that means in 3 years, dapat kikita ako ng 33% a year. Now, walang palya yun. Tapos, I was leaning towards 25 na. Tapos, nagsalita si Mitch na, oo nga, no, we are in an opportunity that's unprecedented. So, inisip ko, kung nilagay ko yun for it to go up na, essentially, no, pag 10 to 20, 100% yun, double siya. It has to go up more than 150%. So, meaning, right now, if I buy Apple stock, kailangan umakit ng 150% yun. Sabi ko, mukhang di siya kaya ng 3 years. I think the opportunity, if I will pick the 10M, I'll put it in cryptos. Pero kung stocks ko siya lalagay or other, I'll go for the 25 million kasi na siya, I get this guaranteed amount already on a regular basis. Anong mapapayo nyo sa tao na they're thinking who to be their spouse? So, not you in particular, but putting yourself in the shoes of people na ikakasal pa lang and then they have 2 choices. Number 1, marrying someone that's not well off pero working hard with so many dreams. And then second one, provided that pareho sila mabait, pareho silang gwapo naman, wala naman problema dun sa anything. Yung isa naman, well off, working hard also, pero kumbaga irarank mo sila skill level, mas madiskarte yung una. I'm asking, nagsisimula pa lang talaga siya sa buhay, yung isa, he has a better starting point.
Is he from a rich family or he earned yung income na yon, yung pangalawa?
Pwedeng hindi naman sobrang yaman yung family, pero he got that na hindi galing sa kanya.
Ako from experience, my spouse, my partner is someone who has vision and he's madiskarte. And yung alam ko kasi, just based on experience, I would choose of course yung mas madiskarte and mas I guess a little behind in terms of the opportunities, but with the full belief na kaya pa niyang higitan yung well-off. Kasi yung well-off kasi may limits na yan eh. They know a certain, for me lang and in my experience, may certain mold na sila and template on how to generate the income. Pero yung out of the box thinking kasi, it allows you to learn that plus. Parang you're willing to risk a bit more and you're willing to think yun nga outside of the box kung paano mo makukuha yung income. Ang caveat ko lang, yung pasensya mo and of course the amount of time it will take for yung partner na yun to really fulfill the dreams, get the income. It will take a lot more time. Pero between the two kasi, mas fun yung ride dun sa kabila. Mas marami kang matututunan and yung partnership mas parang it's more dynamic for me. And yun naman talaga for me yung marriage eh. Yung you have fun together, you enjoy things together, you challenge each other. So mas yun yung sa kabila. Yun nga. And yun nga, ako with my husband, we've been together for 20 years and he wasn't immediately who he is today. Pero I wouldn't trade that for someone who's already there. Parang for that, I guess for the security and the I'd still go for the guy na the partner who I could grow with and I could see reach one dream after another. And ako, I know na yung revenue streams ng madiskarte versus yung nandun na, grabe to, ang dami kong natututunan and it has contributed to me as well, not just to him. And yun nga, parang for me exponential yung growth pag out of the box.
Sa mga hindi nakakaalam, sila na may-ari ngayon ng buong Vera Mall area, promenade area, Green Hills ngayon. Promenade. So yung buong wing na yun, ano na yun? Ople Kingdom na, gano'n. Okay, Gerard, what's your answer?
Ako based on experience din, sorry ha. Well, hindi naman ako talaga magso-sorry pero ito warning lang. Ako ay dating hopeless romantic. So, ang sagot ko diyan, grabe si Mitch. Kilala kasi ako ni Mitch eh. Pati yung pagkunot na nung ako, alam niya yung ibig sabihin eh. Hindi. Ito, ang masasabi ko kung meron naghahanap ng sagot sa ganyan tanong, dun ka sa mahal mo. Kasi yung isa, maybe established na nga siya, ganyan, you'll be provided with security, but you don't get along. Same thing with the other person. Kung madiskarte nga siya, napaka-ideal, di ba? Madiskarte, alam ang gagawin in emergency situation and stuff like those. But you don't get along. So doon ka sa mahal mo kasi at the end of the day, if you have you are prosperous financially, but you don't get along, you don't have a happy marriage, para saan pa yung finances kung hindi ka happy dun sa relationship mo, di ba? And I thank you.
So, you will always pick love more than security of finances.
Yes. baka may pas na maungkat wag na.
Okay, my answer to that, no? Very tough question. Sa akin kasi hindi ako gwapo so kailangan masaya mapangasawa ko. But ganun din, I'll pick someone na like what Mitch said, yung you can grow together. Yun yung nagbibigay nung, I guess, excitement also in it na maganda yung binil nyo yung Ople Kingdom nyo from from scratch, di ba? And then you make it into something that's massively bigger as well. I'm off to my last question. Di ba? Very, 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 very light lang tayo. Pero before I go to my last question, what can they expect from your channel? Kasi alam ko there's so much insights that they can get from your channel more than what they can get from mine. What can they expect doon?
Ang galing lang kasi YouTube also gave us the avenue to just come in and hindi kami yung hindi kami yung expertise namin and then ilalabas namin. We love talking to people. We love learning from entrepreneurs, people like Marvin. If you take more people's stories, you read more, you get more information, you are able to decide better. You're able to make informed decisions. So sa Ka-Asenso with Gerard and Mitch, maraming ganon na we take talaga as many learnings as we can, whether it's from hardcore finance, hardcore economy, or burnout, mental health, personal finance. We feel like yung pag-asenso is holistic and yung pag-asenso isn't just about money. Sometimes it's also about mindset. Sometimes it's also about inspiration. So we take all of our network that we built kami ni Gerard over the past 2 decades and counting. And yun yung dala namin sa channel na we talk about all of these things na we feel define what pag-asenso means. Na if you have a proper mindset, if you have a solid foundation on financial principles and you know and learn from the experiences of people around you, you're able to build a better portfolio, a better financial goal, diba? And you're able to follow through all of that. So marami siya. It's a variety, it's inspiration, and for us, it's really learning from a community na pareho yung goal na lahat tayo maging financially free and hindi na natatakot sa pera.
Galing. And the eloquence of how you delivered it, sobrang galing talaga. Anything you want to add, Gerard? Or
Kasi 'di ba itong YouTube channel namin, parang spin-off siya nung stint namin sa radio, sa Radyo 5 na nagtagal ng 10 taon. Alam mo, yung 10 taon na yun, hindi siya puro masaya, challenging siya. And tuwing nahihirapan kami ni Mitch, kailangan naming magbalik doon sa kung bakit namin ginagawa yon. Hindi dahil binigyan kami ng slot ng mga boss namin, kundi we want Filipinos to achieve financial freedom. We want na dumating tayo dun sa point na pag naglalakad tayo sa kalye, we talk about stocks, we talk about investments, at hindi na tayo nahihiyang pag-usapan yung pera. Kasi diba dito sa Pilipinas, tabu pag-usapan ng pera sa hapagkainan, diba? So we want to have this generation of Filipinos na financial savvy para hindi tayo lahat na problema sa pera. So, ang i-expect nila sa channel namin, well, for transparency's sake, we are journalists. We're not subject matter experts on money, but we can give our viewers yung access namin sa mga experts na kilala namin, including Marvin Guermo, di ba?
Yes!
Yung nakain namin sa aming YouTube channel. So, basically yun, and holistic ang aming approach dito. Yung mga hindi namin magawa dati sa broadcast, may leeway kaming gawin dito sa aming YouTube channel. So, see you there, guys.
Yes, mas fun pala sa YouTube.
and I'll say this, they have topics that you won't see here, like gaming, and then flipping rubber shoes, and then how to make money off of YouTube. Yung mga ganong topics that's not addressed in this channel, you can see it from their perspective also and from their channel. What if you lost your job? You lost your livelihood or whatever source of income that you have, and all you have right now is 100,000 pesos. Wala kayong utang, pero you have your house, meaning hindi ka na nagbabayad ng rent. That's all you have. What's your next step? What will you do? And the reason why I asked that, feeling ko madami pa rin naman natamaan from the pandemic, that they may have lost portions of their income. What's your process? What's your thought? What will you do?
Ang una ko naisip dyan, kasi di ba lagi natin natatakel yan sa channel natin, partner, na dapat nag-build ka ng emergency funds mo, ganyan. So, assuming that nawala ko yung trabaho ko and I have this 100,000, it's time to make use of that money. Enjoy mo na yon, or use it para mabuhay ka, mag-survive ka in the next 3 to 6 months. And then habang habang ginagamit mo yon, find another job and figure out what is it that you can do to survive. Like maybe bagong trabaho or maybe mag-online selling ka. Maraming possibilities at yung mga possibilities na yun ang inaalay namin sa aming channel.
So well, very, very practically speaking, if I only have that, I have to scale down my expenses first. Hindi naman naabot ng 100,000 yung expenses ko. And then scale it down and hopefully, kaya kong hatiin yung amount na yon, yung 50 for surviving in the next maybe 2-3 months. Give myself a timeline. And then the rest, gamitin ko in some sort of something that can give me a little more income. So, dahil digital yung asawa ko, ang laging niya advice, you can start with something in your home that maybe you can sell. And gagamit ako ng konti dun sa 50 pang boost, pang targeted boosting kasi PR professional po ako. So yun yung knowledge ko na alam ko na I can target people and advertise on social media for a fraction of an amount that I would if I was doing it in traditional. So I'm sure na over the past couple of years, meron akong things here na pwedeng mabenta or pwedeng gawa ng negosyo. And then maybe I'll use a little bit of digital marketing para ma-boost yun. And then let that sit in a bit and let that simmer a bit so that I can get a little bit more income to play with. Then hopefully pag lumaki siya enough, I can keep adding to the savings and, rebuilding my funds while I'm looking for a job and while I'm trying to recover financially on moving forward. So just something na kailangan nang gumagalaw siya. Parang hindi ko siya kaya na nandun lang. So if I do have like 50K, invest it or make boost budget. Ganyan. Baka kumuha ko ng mga sneakers ng asawa ko, okay na yun. Pero kailangan gumagalaw siya. And then the rest, yun yung pang day-to-day.
Ako siguro gagawin ko, I'll sell everything that hindi ko masyado kailangan just to get by. Then people fail to realize this if you don't have enough money coming in, you have two things. That's actually three things The fact na may trabaho ka dati, you have three things. You have experience, you can leverage on your experience already kasi you're not starting from zero. And this is something that everyone has You have time and you have effort So I will maximize whatever 12 hours a day that I can, or even more than that, to actually earn money and get by, and also use that time also to get better, to somehow find a way kung anong next chapter or next pivot ko doon. And while all of those is happening, simpleng buhay lang muna. Kakat ko Netflix ko, kakat ko yung mga bagay na hindi ko masyado kailangan. Tapos, kung manunood ako, Michelle, pwede ba kinood na lang sa inyo? Or pa-share naman ng password. or Michelle, pwede ba, may opening ba kayo dyan? Baka may kailangan. Things like that. But anyways, before we end, if you have one question to ask me, what would it be? Quick answer lang, and then we'll put this to a close.
Saan mo nakukuha energy mo?
Super nag-enjoy lang ako dito. To those watching this, we're filming this almost 11 p.m. na, pero it's fun na I'll do this seriously kung may nagbigay sa akin ng 50 billion pesos bukas, tapos hinaya nyo ako mag-film for YouTube, gagawin ko pa rin yung YouTube kahit may 50 billion ako. Kasi masaya to gawin People always think about that. Ano gagawin nila pag nagkaroon sila ng billions of pesos? Saan sila pupunta? What job will they do? What business will they do? Ako, if I had 50 billion pesos tomorrow, I'll do the same. I'll still be doing what I'm doing right now. Kaya kasi masaya siya, and kung nag-i-enjoy ka, hindi ka mawawalan ng energy And biri mo, so, how does this happen? May kausap ka na celebrities, napapanood mo sa TV5, nakakausap mo face to face.
Right.
That doesn't happen. So, yun, that's why I'm so energetic. But seriously speaking, kasi I'm having fun.
Anong meron sa stock market na gustong-gusto mo siya?
It goes back to 2006, 2007. I tried a lot of things, pati yung glamorized ng mga side hustles ngayon. Pero what's nice about the stock market is you can earn money na wala yung sakit ng ulo na sa negosyo. Yung para sa akin biggest na sakit ng ulo sa negosyo is yung tao, you're handling people, or yung tao nagko-customer service ka, bili mo sasaluhin mo lahat ng yung mga customer complaints if you're the entrepreneur also, or if you're selling, you have to pitch to a lot of people as well, or if you're an operator of the business, kailangan mo handle lahat ng mga tao under you. Sa stock market, you skip all of that eh. If you make a mistake, it's all on your own. If you make a mistake, wala ka na kailangan i-blame na tao. Bili mo, when I was in my early 20s, sabi ko, wow, I can actually have something work for me without me selling, without me trying to pitch, without me talking to 100 people. That's why it appealed to me. Tapos, when I was trying to look at it, parang interesting to, but hindi to masyado pinag-uusapan ng ibang tao. For me to get into Jollibee, I need 40 million pesos, but to buy a stock, I can do it at a fraction of a cost na hindi ko kailangan mag-loan to actually start it. Yung excitement na yon more than 15 years ago, that's the same excitement also as what I feel right now for Bitcoin. Literal na I've been putting so much hours to study it also. Ganun yung naramdaman kong excitement at that particular point in time. And yun, I guess it just made sense to me. And lastly, bago ako nag-stocks, I was investing in mutual funds first. So yung mutual funds, binabantayan ko araw-araw. And yun yung nag-lead sa akin na kung ginagawa ko to, binabantayan ko siya araw-araw, sige na nga, might as well try the stock market. Kasi nung nagsa-start ako, fan ako ni Robert Kiyosaki eh. Robert Kiyosaki doesn't like stocks eh. So sabi ko, ba't ako magsa-stocks? But yun, that's why I always tell people, get your feet wet, you practice, you execute. Kasi you cannot base your investments based on the opinions of other people eh. Kasi if Robert Kiyosaki says don't invest in it, that's from his own context eh. And you will only really find out when you try it yourself.
Grabe. Yung approach mo pa naman sa stocks, naku, kapita-pitagan talaga. Marvin, for someone who got into it, just kumbaga, outside of yung sa idols, perspective. Galing, grabe.
To everyone watching, if you guys have questions, put it in the comment section below. Kung gusto nyo bumalik si Gerard and si Michelle dito, comment nyo below, I love Gerard, I love Mitch again. Kung umabot to ng 100 na ganun, babalik sila. Okay, yun yung goal natin. Kung umabot na hashtag either I love Gerard, I love Oplan, or I love Michelle, babalik sila dito. So, yun lang. Thank you so much again for coming. And to everyone watching this, I hope that this was something that was insightful for all of you and also fun as well. And I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, and God bless you all.